Hey guys, just thought I'd give you guys a quick update. I don't really have much interesting to say, but this week has been slightly more eventful than previous weeks, I guess. First of all, I'm now qualified to give you first aid in an emergency situation and also CPR certified, so that's exciting. Here is my extremely official certificate saying that I am able to do these things. Yeah. Basically, Cal and I went and got our first aid certificates on Sunday. I needed to get one because I needed to be able to administer an EpiPen to the child I'm taking care of if he needs it. And luckily I was able to use a fake EpiPen. Well, it was real, it just didn't have the medicine in it. And so, yeah, I got to do that a couple of times. So I feel a lot more confident in my ability to save this child's life if he suddenly goes into anaphylaxis or something. Cal just decided to come along. I think he thought it would be cool and interesting to be able to do these things. Yeah, and he's going to be a high school teacher, hopefully. So I think it'll probably be good to be able to do those things. The class itself was actually quite fun. It was just a day-long thing. We got there at 9 and it went until 4:30. And we had an instructor who had 25 years of emergency services experience, and he was like, yeah, well, I'm supposed to show you all these PowerPoints and movies to get you really scared about emergencies, but yeah, you know, I just find that those aren't very helpful, so here, we're just going to do a bunch of practical stuff, which was really helpful for me. What I find kind of strange, though, is that the first aid certificate is good for 3 years, but the CPR certification is only good for 1 year, which just going through that sort of stuff, I was certified for CPR when I was in 8th grade. It was just part of our curriculum, and it just all came right back to me having to do it in class again. It hasn't changed, you guys, is the thing. And the first aid stuff, there was just so much different stuff that you had to remember, like how to deal with which snake bites how, or jellyfish, and how to do a broken leg or broken arm, and all this different stuff. And I feel like all of that, like I can't even remember how to deal with a redback spider bite right now. Like, I just feel like that's the sort of stuff that's going to sort of get out of your head. I mean, not that I'm complaining. I'm now first aid certified for 3 years. However, I was extremely tired that day for reasons that, if you want to hear them, you might want to Skype me. Let's just say, when I get angry, which doesn't happen very often, I just get very, very, very angry and would just prefer not to say anything that I might regret on such a public forum, such as YouTube. Let's just say I didn't get as much sleep as I wanted for reasons that were not discussed with me beforehand, which was just sort of the cherry on top of the sundae that's been accumulating over the past few weeks. Skype me. Alex and I have had a lot of fun this week. We painted with water and went to a petting zoo, which was so cute. All the little baby piggies and the goats. I think I had more fun than he did. He was like totally cool with all these animals. There were a ton of children in there just like screaming and stuff. Like they were terrified of these tiny little animals running around them, which granted it was very crowded in there. I'll give them that. But so he was fine until he found the feeding bucket, at which point he pulled the feeding bucket open, and suddenly the alpaca's looking over my shoulder, and then like he's like looking up at the alpaca like, oh, and then he pulled some out, and there were just animals everywhere. Like, I mean, I was right there, but like I lost him for a minute. There were goats putting their hooves up on his shoulders, and it was just like, oh dear. And he got a little scared about that. I think I would too if I was only like 2 feet tall. Summer is officially here. It's good in that I'm not waking up wanting to just chop my toes off because I can't feel them anyway. However, there are spiders everywhere. Not so much in this house, but in Alex's house it's just everywhere spiders. I did end up killing a baby huntsman, which is about twice the size as the normal spiders, grown-up spiders, in Michigan. And yeah, I don't know. I'm getting a little nervous for that, for summertime. Also, his house was like freezing during the day, just all day freezing when it's cold outside. It was about 80 degrees on Friday, and the house was just like an oven. It's like it takes the temperature from outside, puts it inside, and then just completely amplifies it. I don't know how it works. Cal got sick again. So we started taking more supplements because clearly our diet, which I swear is just way healthier than anything Moody ever gave us, is not being good enough. So this was on special, and it's immune support. Cod liver oil. We're taking cod liver oil. I don't know if it's working. We haven't gotten sick yet since taking it, so why not? Why not? I'm currently reading this book called Finnegan of the Rock. Some of you might have read it already. It was published relatively recently. I've wanted to read it since it came out, but just never got around to it. 2008. It's really good so far. It's one of those sort of general fantasies. I don't know. I was just asked about like a Tamara Pierce-ish fantasy recommendation, and I would probably recommend this. Honestly, I need to get to the end first before I really go into it, but yeah, definitely good. I mean, not totally Tamara Pierce-ish, but you know, it's sort of like, you know, otherworldly fantasy, great political system, plot, whatnot. It's interesting. I really recommend it. Finnegan of the Rock, Melina Marchetta. Go for it. Another way I've been entertaining myself is watching pregnancy vlogs, which, no judging, okay? Like, they're really entertaining. I've been watching the Style Diet pregnancy vlog, which I don't know, I can't remember how we even stumbled across them. That was like completely random. But they're this couple who lives in Ireland, and they're just hilarious. It's like watching this reality TV show, but you know, without all the drama. And it's just, yeah, it's great. Style Diet, look it up. And I've also been watching Anastasia Ruby's pregnancy vlogs. Anastasia Ruby is the name guru who does all these baby name videos with like the top baby names starting with this letter, and then her top 10 unknown baby names starting with this letter, or not unknown but like uncommon. And I don't know, I've been watching her videos for like 3 years. ERIN can tell you. And so she's pregnant now and looking forward to having her first child, and I don't know, I just like watching these things. It's fun. Other things that happened this week. Our housemates are fostering a cat who's 1 year old. He's just a pure black cat and recovering from tick paralysis, poor thing. And he's pretty cute, but he and Thor are not getting along very well. Which we're not too sure why, because Thor is like 3 times the size of this cat. And totally laid back. Like, he'd be fine. Thor would be fine if we like chucked him in a room with a bunch of kittens, because kittens just aren't gonna really care, you know, and this cat kind of does, so it's not going well. Share another totally nerdy thing that I'm doing. In addition to my spreadsheets, I've started a receipt jar. So anytime Cal or I have receipts, that we put them in this jar, and then at the end of the week I'm going through and adding everything to our spreadsheet. So that's a way we're keeping track of money. I don't know. Another interesting thing that has not happened yet but is going to happen is Cal and I are going to start like date night sort of things, like, I don't know, just something we can do like once a week or once every 2 weeks, where we can spend a little bit of money having fun doing something or other. Like this week we're just going to the movies because we didn't really plan ahead, and yeah, we're just going to do something because he's getting a little antsy because we were basically just spending money on like rent and food and other such necessities, and saving everything else, which we've been saving a lot of money, but he's not seeing the sort of like, why is he working? Because, you know, I can make enough money to support both of us right now. So, which I completely understand, like working places that I've worked, I won't say it. The only thing that got me through was knowledge that this money is going to give me a ticket to Australia eventually to go see him. And right now I'm saving up for Europe. So I can see long term a lot better than he can, I think. And yeah, so we're going to do that, like put aside like $50 a week to go do something fun. And that'll give me more opportunity to do some video stuff, I think. Like if we're not some, like, obviously I can't tape at a movie theater, but I don't know, if we go somewhere and do something, I can, yeah, make more interesting videos. That's all for now, I think. I don't know, I would love to see your faces again. I am missing Holland's like crazy, and I don't know, I want to hear from you guys. I want to Skype. So if anyone ever just sees me on Skype, like, I'm probably at the computer, so just feel free. I'm probably not busy if I'm actually online, so yeah, just feel free to Skype me whenever. And oh, I've been replying to anyone who sends me a letter. If you want my address to send me a letter, or if you want to give me your address and would like to receive a letter, please don't hesitate to like message me on Facebook, because I really have been really enjoying getting letters and writing them back. So yeah. Oh bye. Post more videos.